Welcome to Grad Connect. My name is Kush Rawal, and today I'm in conversation with Rishabh, who has also enrolled as a GradRight ambassador representing Drexel University. Rishabh, please could you introduce yourself?
Hi, Kush. My name is Rishabh Choudhary. I have done my MS in Business Analytics from Drexel University. I graduated in year 2021 March. Prior to that, I did my bachelor's in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Government Engineering College, Ajmer, Rajasthan Technical University in year 2017. And then I worked for about a year as a quality assurance engineer in Delhi in a security surveillance company, mainly working in the electrical factory. And then I worked as an analyst in a retail chain in Delhi, which deals with school dress apparels. Then I thought that I should pursue my master's, and I came to United States for my MS in Business Analytics in fall of 2019. And now I have been working for more than a year as a data analyst, associate data analyst, and I'm currently working as associate data analyst in WebMD.
That's a pretty amazing journey. So we'll go in depth about it, and we'll be talking about Rishabh's journey to Drexel University and grab some insights about the university. Thank you, Rishabh, for taking time out to help Indian students with their journey to masters abroad. So first question, what led to the thought of pursuing a master's degree in business analytics?
Business analytics, particularly, the idea came when my manager, asked me to solve this business problem which we were dealing in this retail store. So that retail store actually dealt with a lot of billings, and the billings were done in like total, how should I say, like the typical traditional way, which is done in India, right? Like the paper slips. So there was a lot of leakage going on. There was a lot of fraudulent going on. They didn't have any kind of, stock ledgers or anything. So that particular time I just did research, and, based on the research, I found similar use cases within the market in that particular area. So I just introduced a software. I didn't develop anything. I didn't do anything. It's just a market research, which I did at that particular time. And using that, I got to know that how some kind of, basic analysis of the situation right now can improve the business. So that's at that particular time I thought of doing MS in Business Analytics. I actually got admission in MS in Electrical prior to that when I was in my final year in engineering. But because of that journey, I changed my thought, and it is one of the hottest topics, to be honest. Business analytics, data analytics, data science. These are one of the hottest topics, and I thought, why not try my career in business analytics? And yeah, and more than that, there are a lot of opportunities in this particular field. So that's what excited me to pursue my dream in MS in Business Analytics. For master's, my plan was since first year, actually. I wanted to go for my master's program, be it in US or anywhere in the world. I just wanted to try that out. So yeah, so that was my goal, actually.
So that was step one of actually defining what you wanted to do. So going to the further step, like what process did you follow to shortlist the course and the university you wanted?
Okay, so first thing and foremost thing, I started reaching out to people, to be honest. So the first people I started reaching out to were the alumni from my same university. So a lot of my college seniors were already in US. All I had to do was reach out to them. And that is the time in the final year I got to know about, like social networks like LinkedIn and, like all the professional networks. So I started reaching out to them and talking to them, understand like what the process is, what we need to do. So that time I got to know that GRE was the uttermost important thing at that particular time, which I am talking about 2016 or 17. It is not so right now. So GRE and TOEFL were the important thing for me to come to, for my MS in USA. Apart from that, I started researching, so three most important pillars for doing my master's were coursework, cost, and location. So if I'm doing, like MS in, I'm not sure if Nebraska is that good or not, but if I'm doing MS in Nebraska, that might not be as, like opportunistic as compared to when I'm doing MS in New York. So those were kind of the steps which I started looking into it. And when I talked to my seniors, I got to know a lot of books. They recommended me a lot of books. Some of them were more than helpful, and they sent me their ePDF, like PDF books. So that is how I started preparing for my master's program. So that was some basic steps which I did actually.
And going further, like how did you actually build your resume, like make it strong to actually get selected to the university?
Again, via my networks, I got it reviewed like multiple times. So you need to be really sure like who is reviewing your resume and who are the professional. You cannot be sending it to your batchmates or friends just
Right.
because they are in your network. You need to send it to some professionals who are working in the industry which you want to see yourself working or pursue your masters in. So that is how I started building resume. And there should not be too many cooks in the same kitchen. You should always keep in mind like it should be your strong network who are
Mhm.
looking at your resumes, and some professionals, and those professionals need to be totally professional to you. Like, like it's not like your friend, your father's uncle or something like that. They need to be in the industry, and they give you the points that how like star effect. That is something which I got to know
Right.
in my first year. So when I was preparing for it, so these are the points which they will tell you. And apart from that, you need to obviously I got into touch with professional services at that particular time. One of those person, Shobit, who is now a close friend of mine, he was like a guide to me at that particular time. He actually gave me so many points to how to improve the resume. So as a student, you need to make sure that if you are going for your masters, you need to be really, really important about your projects. If you have really good project certification and all those things, it doesn't matter. Projects and your scores will help you a lot to reach to your dream university, I would say. Yeah, and build your resume.
That's a pretty good advice to build this resume and make it strong. And going forward, like what motivated you to choose Drexel University, and like on what basis like did you make the selection that this is the place where I want to go into?
So the reason Drexel University was, first of all, the business analytics course was pretty new. So it had pros and cons also, because con was that since it was so new, a lot of like networks were not there from the same coursework.
Hmm.
But Drexel University business analytics course was pretty laid out. So my business analytics course was of 45 credits. So for example, for 3 credits is one coursework, so that is around like 15 coursework. So half of them were compulsory, half of them you can do anything. So you can take coursework from data science, you can take coursework from machine learning. If you want to take coursework from computer science, a lot of my friends also did that. So it was a pretty flexible coursework. So Drexel University was one major reason was that. Secondly, it gave me scholarship. So cost is one of the
Right.
important factor which really, really, like enticed me to take that university. I got into other universities also, but the return on investment for that Drexel University was pretty good compared to other universities. And third thing was Philadelphia. Philadelphia is like a tri-state area, which is like New York, New Jersey, and Philly. So it's like very close to each other. So there are a lot of companies, a lot of internship opportunities while you were doing the coursework. So these were the important things which helped me to select Drexel University for my MS in Business Analytics coursework.
So since you mentioned about the scholarship, could you like highlight on the application process and the scholarship process as well?
So Kush, right now I'm not so sure about it, but at the time
Yeah.
when I applied, so GRE and TOEFL they required it for me from MS in Business Analytics, since I didn't have too much experience at my plate right now, or like at that time. And um, um, 1 minute, I'm so sorry, this
It's okay.
earbuds is coming out actually. Yeah, so at that particular time, GRE and TOEFL was important. My SOP at that time were required to be less than 500 words. Yeah, 500 words. So within five, so that's not too much compared to a lot of SOPs people write. Yeah, so 500 words SOP. And again, you need to provide some good letter of recommendation or some networks, so they do reach out to those people. They, in fact, one of my academic advisor reached out to one of my managers, so she basically wanted to just verify, so that is how they started, like interviewing you. And it's a long process. As of this moment, I think GRE is not compulsory as far as
Right.
I know from my juniors, but GRE is not compulsory. It's like now more like an interview process, like how you select the company. So that is how it's going on right now.
Uh, can you like highlight a few points which you think made you get selected at Drexel University? Like, do you feel
Yes.
this is the most important thing which actually got me selected?
So first off, I can tell you which did not, like matter at all for me. My BTech percentage did not matter for me at that time.
Hmm.
I'm sure about it. Because I wouldn't have selected myself looking at my percentage at that time. But my BTech percentage didn't matter. I think GRE mattered for me, and my statement of purpose mattered to me. And also, I think one particular recommendation which I got from my professor and my manager, that was something important for me. So these were the important factors which helped me to get me selection in Drexel University.
Okay. So, diving into like the university life, how diverse was your batch and what background do other students have? How many Indians were there? Just a little diversity. You can just throw
So
some light on that.
yes. So if you are going for technical coursework, you should be prepared mentally that you will find a lot of Indians and Asians in your batch. So I would say out of 65 people, 35 were Indians. Yeah, 35 or around 30. So it was 50% Indians. And rest of the people were like part-time master's coursework who were already working over here. They just wanted to
Hmm.
do their masters. And so I would say 50%, more than 50% would be you in technical coursework, especially in like IT or like all these courses, you are expected to find a lot of Asians. So
Okay.
from diversification point of view, I think that would not be too good, I guess, if you're
Hmm.
looking for diversification. And a lot of them were pretty experienced. So I was scared in that part actually, because when I came here for my master's, I was one of the least experienced guy in my particular coursework. So I would say a couple of years of experience won't hurt actually. So it's not like that you are missing out on any opportunity if you're not directly coming after like your graduation for
Like
masters. If
that,
you
right?
have some kind of experience, that will definitely help you a lot in your coursework, and especially during internship. So yeah, diversification wise, it was more than 50% were Asians, but university is your like playground. You can reach out to anyone. You can start volunteering, you can start working part-time, you make a lot of good friends at that time.
Hmm.
A lot of my friends, became because of that, because we took coursework from different disciplines, and in those disciplines I found a lot of friends from different backgrounds. So a lot of my close friends are from all around the world now. So that was something which was really good. University life was not that good because pandemic happened. So
Right, right.
so yeah, so
Understandable.
yeah, so half of my master's program was actually from my room.
Hmm.
But I was still in touch. We used to still go to restaurants and like hang out together. We used to go and grab free meals. You should actually look for free meals in the university life. You will get a lot of them. So Drexel used to provide a lot of free meals. There used to be a lot of functions. You just need to be active and need to look at your email, student email, and you will definitely see some kind of events going on weekly or monthly basis. So yeah, free meals, free events, there are a lot of student opportunity. You get student card. Because of that, you can go to libraries, you can go to art museum. So Philadelphia Art Museum is really, really amazing. You should definitely check it out if you're going to Drexel University. So because of student visa, you can take any perk actually, and you will get discounts on theater watch if you are into theater, and all if you are into like movies and all those things. So yeah, student life was amazing, to be honest. But yeah, it got pulled out because of the like pandemic. So yeah, half of my time was in pandemic actually. So total lockdown. Yeah.
But a lot of benefits are provided, I must say. No, like,
Yeah.
not many universities do that, but that's like pretty amazing on their part.
Yeah.
And going to the teaching methodology, how do you feel it is different from India, and how are the professors? Just highlight on the studies over there.
So from comparison in India, I haven't done my masters in India, so I'm not sure how it compares to India in masters program. But in bachelor's program, comparatively, there's a lot of experimentation which goes on over here. So there is a reason why they are not depending on final exam or final semester exam,
Right.
because throughout your coursework, you are expected to do your assignments on time. You're expected to do your projects. So this is a lot of, how should I say, a group work, a project teamwork, which is required, which was something totally different from India. In India, last night studies could definitely clear your exam, right? A lot of people, especially me, used to prepare in last minute, or used to do. You cannot do that in this country, actually, to be honest. In your course of, in fact, anywhere in US, I don't think so you can do that. You need to be really on time. So you are expected, if a coursework is 3 months, you will have at least 4 assignments. Then you will have one project, then you will have one midterm, so one term exam. So these are something which was really, really important, which I am also seeing now is changing in India. But when I was doing my bachelor's, I didn't see that much, actually. It was total copying from each other. This is something which is really important. You cannot and you should not copy anything from anyone. It should be totally your ideology, because they have a very strict rule, and especially in Master of Science program, where they know, your professor knows how you are doing it and what you are doing. Professor over here are very lenient, actually. So if you but in my college, in my bachelor's program, also professor at that particular time also used to live in the same campus. So yeah, so if you are studying in India and you are doing your bachelor's, and if you are not living in the same campus, then getting in touch with professor used to be a hard time. Over here, it's not like that. You can reach out to them. A lot of one of my professor, Matthew Schneider, he's a really good professor in stats. He will reply to you even at 12 a.m. So that is something which I really like. And apart from that, yeah, diversification, as in, like, you can take course from different programs. So in that way, you are getting in touch with different professors. So that is something which build you uh, throughout. So that is something I would say is important, I guess, which is important in this country. Yeah.
And can you throw some light on the recruitment journey? Like, you have already gone through it. What are the average salary expectations?
Recruitment journey over here is something which you need to be really aware of, because it's not like campus placement, which happens in India, right? In India, there's definitely career fairs, but it's not like a typical aptitude exam which you give in India, and then using that aptitude exam, you are clearing your interviews. It's not like that. Over here, you build your network, you reach out to people in career fair, try to get in touch with as many companies as possible, try to get their cards or their contact information and reach out to them within 24 hours. That's what I did, actually, and based on that, you will get some interviews. um, and recruitment over here, so your university would not help you that much if it comes to recruitment. It doesn't matter. You as a person need to be really, really active on that part. So that is something which I learned over here. So build your network, reach out to as many people as you want, talk to your seniors, be in touch with them, not just because of your studies, be in touch with in regular life, and that would help you a lot. And obviously, you need to, like, practice on your skills. So a lot of things would help you, like hacker rank, lead code, all these things, use cases, Glassdoor, Indeed, all these particular websites would help you what kind of questions are asked. So that is how the recruitment journey was. And I would say, if you get into internship, it's not like a hard rule, but if you get into internship, that would help you a lot, because a lot of my friends got converted into full time, including me, from my internship. So try to get into internship. If not, try to get a good research assistantship or a teaching assistantship, because a professor helps you a lot also in that manner. So this is the journey which was for me in the recruitment process. And yeah, during pandemic it wasn't that easy, I'll be really honest with you. But again, if you are reaching out to the right people, and you are like, they also understand that you are just graduating. So that also helps a lot. They understand that you don't have to be master of all. This is something which master of one also. You can be jack of all, but just try to become the best jack. That's what I would say. So this is something which helped me, like, in my recruitment process. I networked like crazily. So that was my major suggestion I would give. Yeah.
What's the average salary expectations?
What's average salary? It depends. So for example, a data scientist could be getting above $75,000
Mm-hmm.
yearly. I'm just saying the low scale right now. So that you have the business analyst would make around $60,000 per annum minimum. If you are a software engineer, you will again make above 80 or $90,000. But if you're working in New York, 100K plus is something which is on an average. So my batch median salary was above $85,000.
That's pretty amazing. And
Yeah.
how is the study life balance? How intense is the course? If you could talk about that.
Yeah, so the more technical your coursework is, the more intensified it would be. The core, my friend from electrical engineering, he wasn't free for a single minute, actually, to be really honest. He
Mm-hmm.
used to enjoy his life, but he was pretty packed compared to what MS and business analytics students were doing, you know. So the core engineering guys, I'll be really honest with you, you will be busy actually. You won't make you will be busy throughout your year, and your masters would go like in a blink of an eye. But other than that, other coursework, you will get time. It's not like that, but still, business analytics was pretty busy also. But
Mm-hmm.
if you do it like, I would say, compared to mine, core engineering coursework, people who are really like busy time, and you get time for your part time. So a lot of people balance that out. During part time, it's not like you have to, drill somewhere. You just have to sit in a library, so you can do sometimes your coursework and your program also that way, so you can
Mm-hmm.
balance it out. It's not like you cannot balance. Everything could be balanced actually. Trust me, if you have done engineering in India, you can work over here also, so it's not a problem actually. Yeah.
And how is the living expenses over there for a month, like for a
Okay,
student?
so for Philadelphia, I'll be honest. You can really easily manage within $600 to $700 per month as a student.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want a luxurious life, you can manage still within like $1,200, $1,300. So it depends on the person. It depends on
Right, right.
people. So for example, a 3 bedroom apartment. I don't know the prices right now, but 3 bedroom apartment, for 1 bedroom, it would be around $600, $650. And if you guys are sharing, like three people are living together, so 3 bedroom, three people, I don't think so. It should be beyond $800 per month.
Okay.
So 800, 8,000, that is like what, $9,600 per year, your living
Mm-hmm.
expense. So you should be able to manage within $10,000 per year. And
Right.
if you are doing part time, if you are doing internship, then you don't have to worry about money, I guess, for living expenses at least.
Okay, so coming to the best question, which I have in my all the question list. Tell me about a few things you love about Drexel University and a few things you don't like.
The best thing I love about Drexel University is its location. It's really close to one of the best universities, I would say. It's also a good university, Drexel University, but it's close to University of Pennsylvania. So it's the student area.
Mm-hmm.
So student university city is amazing. So that's one of the best part, the location. There's a river trail, Schuylkill River Trail, which is really amazing. So that was something which I can spend my afternoon over there, sitting there and studying and doing whatever I want. That was the best part. The location was really amazing. Cost wise also it was amazing, and the best part, I would say, this class strength was not that big compared to some other universities. I don't want to name them. So my class strength was like 60, 65 people. I have known people who were in universities where there were students more than like 200, 300 in the single class. So they had
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 different, like sections. So over here, it's not like A or B or C or D. It's based on timing, night shift, morning classes or afternoon classes. That's how they divide it. So that was the best part. So I actually knew everyone in my class, and they also knew me. So that was the best part. So the unity, the people who were studying with me, there were a lot of them were really experienced. So that was the best. The thing which I didn't like about it was, yeah, so the thing which it's a tough one, I would say. Yeah, so I didn't expect the recruitment process to be like, because it's an open playground. Career fair is like that. So
Right.
recruitment process It's not like the university would not, they would get the companies, but they would not persuade them that, hey, you should hire from our college or something like that. Compared to a lot of companies have tie-ups with Drexel. If you're doing your undergrad in Drexel, you would have a lot of opportunity. And the best part about that is co-op program. I'm sorry, I forgot to talk about it. Co-op program in Drexel University is one of the best thing actually for undergrads, and especially if you're doing your masters in computer science or information system, because co-op gives you the opportunity within 5 years of bachelor's, you can do 4 co-ops, which is like 4 into 6 months, so 2 years of practical training. So you're basically working while studying. So that is something which was really, really good.
Mhm.
The negative point was that I would say it's not negative. It's just that their efforts in recruitment is not that good, but it totally depends on you. Actually, you cannot sit idle and depend on the university for your recruitment. So, yeah, that I would say.
Now, if you could go back in time, do you feel you could have done a few things differently, or do you feel this is the right path for you?
I would have taken much more difficult courses. That's the only different thing I would have done. I don't know why I didn't take it at that particular time, but I would have done that. That's about it. But I don't have any regrets. Drexel
Mhm.
University was one of my best decisions, to be really honest, because of the return on investment. I didn't waste a single day after the university. So yeah, that's the only thing I would say. Take as many difficult courses as you want, I would say.
And any advice for the students who want to pursue masters at Drexel University? Any last
Just
advice? You have already given a lot of advices, but any last one if you have?
I would say, don't be, like afraid to reach out. I would say reach out to as many students, as many people you want, and try to be proactive. That is something which I would say. So,
Mhm.
within the coursework, within this particular quarter, try to think about what I can be doing in the next quarter. Your one foot should be in the present, one foot should be definitely trying to jump towards the future. So thinking like that, try to get part-time jobs for the next quarter within the first quarter of your this prior contemporary quarter. So that is something I would recommend. Other than that, you would have an awesome time actually. And if you feel free to reach out to me for Drexel University queries, I would say that. So yeah, that's the suggestion I would give. Proactive.
Thank you for the beautiful advice. Thank you, Rishabh. I know a lot of Indians will benefit from the insights you have shared today. It was wonderful experience talking to you, and I wish you all the best for your journey ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kush. Thank you. Likewise.